There's a question about depression and medication. All of us have the seed of depression. All of us have the seed of mental illness. But if we are in a good environment, these seeds will have not much chance to manifest. We have received the genes from our ancestors, our parents, and we know by science that the genes they don't turn on by themselves. They are turned on by our way of thinking, our feelings, our perceptions, and our environment. It is the environment that helps turn on the genes in ourselves, the good and the negative genes. And the genes are equivalent to the bijas, the seeds that we speak about in the teaching of the Buddha. They might be the same. Neuroscientists used to ask the question about the difference between the brain and the mind. Is it true that the brain produces the mind? Is the mind is a product of the brain? But in fact, mind and brain, they interact. It's like a body and mind. And they always rely on each other in order to manifest. And the seed of depression that now manifests may have been transmitted to us by many generations of ancestors. There may have been generations when that seed did not manifest. But now because of the new environment, that seed has a chance to manifest. Because elements of the environment touch off and turn on the seeds. And that is why the teaching of the Buddha about food is very important. We consume not only the edible food, but we consume also with what we hear, we see, we feel, we touch, and so on. Sensory impressions is the second kind of food. And the third kind of food is intention, our evolution, the kind of deep desire in us. And the fourth kind of nutriment is consciousness. We consume consciousness. If we live with the number of people around us, we consume their way, the collective way of thinking, of perceiving. In the beginning, we don't see that as beautiful, but because all of people around us think that it's beautiful, and then slowly we come to see it as beautiful also. So we are influenced by the collective thinking around us, and that is also consumption. And our depression has to do with all these sources of nutriments. And we know that chemicals have to do with our feelings and emotions. Our emotions, our feelings are very connected to the chemicals in our body. And our feeling, our emotion can produce chemicals that will be toxic to ourselves. And the inhibition and these feelings and emotions can inhibit the production of a certain chemicals. So the mental can create biological, and the biological can have an effect on the mental. So things rely on each other to manifest. If we used to think, to worry, to perceive in such a way, and then our body can continue to produce or even overproduce such chemicals that will bring disorder to ourselves, to our body and mind. Or if we think and do and consume in such a way, we may inhibit the production of such chemicals that are essential to our balance. So both aspects are important, and we have to take care of both. Medication may help, but if you count only on medication, you are wrong. You have to change your way of life. You have to change your environment. If you don't change your way of life, if you don't change your sources of impression, you continue to use medications, and sometime later they will not work because your body will get used to it.
一行禅师终其一生都在传播贴近普通人的生活佛法。在他的经典代表作之一《与自己和解》一书中，一行禅师运用佛教的原理，帮助你回到内在最深处，拥抱、疗愈内在的小孩，教导我们通过正念呼吸、正念行走、喝水、吃饭等，在日常生活中滋养正念的能量，与自己达成真正的和解。其著作已被翻译成40多个国家的文字，享誉世界，更被陈坤、梁文道、赖声川等人推崇，非常值得阅读。